Okay, here we are again on the beach, right? It's a little bit cloudy today again, but it's fine. I should actually record during a sunny day, but usually on a sunny day, I am not that thoughtful. I am, just in the sea properly. But, well, I would like to talk a little bit about wasting time. You know, whenever I look back, whenever I think about all of the experiences that I've had while traveling, everything that I've been doing for the past 4 years, it's the first time in my life that I don't regret anything. It's a great feeling because, before I used to be extremely anxious about everything that I was doing. I used to overthink too much because I knew that I wasn't doing anything new with my life. Everything was the same, following the same routine with the same work, with the same people, with the same place. Life was boring, and I was in my early 20s. I was like, I could do more. I'm healthy. I don't have a kid. I, I'm free, but I didn't feel free. And then once I started challenging myself a little more, I saw that time has become slower. Now, the way that I perceive time is very different because I know that everything that I'm doing will be eventually great memories. And that was the thing, I guess. Whenever I rekindled the past, I wasn't actually rekindling. I was just thinking about it, but it wasn't something fun or that I was actually proud of. Thinking about the past was a little scary because I knew that I wasn't doing anything new. Once I started traveling alone, solo traveling, everything changed because the amount of information that I was, you know, being exposed to, the amount of cultures, the amount of everything that I was going through, made me learn so much. Made me realize that. Let me just switch here. I'm old school. I don't have editors. I edited myself, but anyway, I'm not gonna edit this one. Yeah, it made me appreciate life more because I knew that I was doing the best that I could. I am using all my energy. Working and traveling at the same time is quite challenging. It's quite difficult, especially when you're alone in a country when you don't know anyone. But it's worth it because I know that the time that I'm spending to do everything that I'm doing will generate beautiful memories. And while I'm doing it, of course, it's amazing. The amount of people that I meet, the amount of new food that I'm able to eat, to be here, it's like it's a beautiful place. And I could have chosen to be home, working from the comfort of my house. But no, I decided to come here in the same way that I decided to travel very far. I'm from Brazil, and the fact that I went to Asia and it changed my life, it's something that I will never regret. And it was challenging to travel alone from Brazil to Thailand, knowing absolutely no one. And the plan was to stay a year in Thailand. I went there to, go through a TEFL course, the EFL, teaching English as a foreign language, to be able to teach in Thailand because I practice Muay Thai. I have been practicing Muay Thai for a few years, so I wanted to practice there, which I did. It was beautiful. It's a very different experience than anywhere else in the world. Well, it's pretty similar to Laos and Cambodia. I also trained in those two countries. They have very similar styles. And they even discussed actually who was the proper originator. But anyway, in the end, I traveled for almost 2 years. I didn't actually stay in Thailand for only a year. I traveled for 2 years around 16 countries. It was a lot. My life changed. And now traveling and working has become normal. This new terminology that we have, this new idea of being a digital nomad has become my proper normality. That's my life now, and I love it. It's the first time in my life that I can say that I don't regret any actions, and I don't overthink because I know what I'm doing. I think this is very important to know and have this peace when choosing something and while doing something. I think a lot of the problems that we have is that we're not sure of what we're doing. Why am I working with this job? Why am I here? Should I be doing something different? I don't feel like that anymore. Of course, there are moments that I question my job. I, I, I think we should question, and it's important. But I question way less because whenever I think about my past year or 2 years behind, I have no regrets. And it was very sad before to think, wow, last year I didn't do anything with my life. I studied and I met a few people, but that was it. Had a relationship. Now it's different. I cannot, I think it would take me so long to summarize my year, my last year. And that's what I want in my life. I want to actually have a hard time summarizing everything that I do because we're complex beings. We cannot just sit at the same place and do the same thing every day. I'm not saying that this is bad. I'm not shaming a routine or anything like that. But I think that we should aim for more because we are more. So don't waste your time because of fear. Try to do more. It's worth it. I promise you. It's been great here. Okay? It is worth it.